So we'll see. Passion. Oh, possessions? And we have a projector here?
Well, in the booth.
They have their own?
Yes.
Oh, good. My, what
It was
kind
my
do they
first thought
have?
that we had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
kind do they have,
projector
Tommy?
over here.
Will you be talking about the projector we're going to be using?
No, not just the fact that it's a print, you know.
Is it an arc light? You know, what kind of a light source? All right.
Do you want to see?
Of course we do,
There's
yeah.
actually we come upstairs and
Yeah.
we're getting started. But
Okay. Is that good? We're going up? Yeah, let's see. All right, Tommy, I'll tell you what it is.
There's a window into it, which we get really excited about too.
Oh, my.
Which is why I am excited.
I am. Thank you so much. Wow.
So this is actually the booth that we're using, and that's Matt.
Hi
getting
there.
it ready.
Hi, Matt. How are you? Nice to see you. And, oh, you have the two right up there? No. What kind of projectors? No.
Matt, what kind of projectors are we using for the cartoons?
Sorry?
What projectors are we using for the cartoons?
Well, there's 16 projectors. You mean the exact model?
Yeah, which one? Elmo or you have Bell and Howell?
Yes, the Ike.
The Ikeys.
Well, yeah. I have the model number written down. For some reason, I can't remember it off the top of my head.
And the sound source? Oh, you put them all on one reel?
Yeah, for this one, yeah.
Can I take a look quickly? Okay.
It's a little darker. I'm about to start a show.
Oh, yes, indeed you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Have a good, and you got what else? 35 millimeter, and there they are.
Yeah.
Oh, the digital projectors with the
But all
hard
of the
drives.
above. Thanks, Matt.
I know they're using, yeah, thank you. They have the hard drives now. I guess you
Yeah.
just get them delivered like that.
Yeah, they come in that way.
With the
exactly.
flutter, I think they still do a 24 frame, you know, they capture images and still project them like a 24 frame. I don't know. That's great. So his prints, they're getting transferred for TCM. I don't know if you saw any of those. The Sinbad one
Here.
is in Technicolor. This Popeye Sinbad. It's just beautiful. Okay, thank you. See you later. This is good. Oh, good. They have their special chairs. This was the one.
But they have another one upstairs? I'm just confused.
I'm confused too, and they're all here. Oh, right, they have different. I don't know.
So maybe I'm mistaken it with another place that has another.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
My name is Anna. I'm from Metrograph. This is Ron. Hello. Welcome back. We're so excited to be back today. And we have a very special guest, Tommy Stathes, who is a historian and film archivist who's going to be speaking about the cartoons that you're going to watch today. So please, warm welcome for Tommy.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have a silly question for all of you. Oops. How many of you like cartoons?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
We all cartoons. How about you, Zora?
Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Tommy Stathes. Thank you for the intro, Anna. And I've been researching, studying, and archiving early animation history for, gosh, the last 20 plus years. I started as a little kid being really fascinated in animation, with animation, as most kids are. But I also had a very intense interest in history and collecting things. For those of you who don't collect things, I don't recommend it. It's not a good idea. It's a disease, but I'll digress for a bit. For the past 10 years, I've been putting on public programs of early animated films because as a teenager, I began collecting film prints. One of my biggest frustrations as a young person researching the history of animation was the fact that so much of our early film history is lost, or it's very rare, hard to see, difficult to see, not in distribution, even if it exists. So as a young person, I started collecting film prints, and what you're going to be seeing today are just a few samples of the things I've collected over the years. 16mm film. Who's ever handled a real film print before? Oh, this is a special crowd. This is great. Wonderful. Some of my people here. Lovely. Yeah, so I've become a teacher. I teach history of animation courses at School of Visual Arts now. And I think really special thing about these kinds of events is we have an opportunity to not only delve into the history of our pop culture and our film history and look at the animation art that existed 80, 90, 100 years ago, but we get to be able to experience it as it was meant to be seen, projected on a big screen with a live audience and on film, real film. Today you're going to be seeing a selection of cartoons with a very special Halloween, spooky kind of theme to them. Back in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, it was very common for the animation studios to make topical cartoons or seasonal, holiday-related cartoons. And Halloween was certainly one of those very special events for the studios. So we've got a great selection today, and I really, before we go any further, I want to thank Metrograph for hosting this. So let's please give a round of applause. It's really an honor to be here and showing with you here. So we've got, let's see, a few cartoon characters that will show up in today's program that I think some of you will recognize. How many of you are familiar with Betty Boop? I hope some of you.
Yes.
We still see Betty Boop on handbags and t-shirts everywhere, right? But we don't really get to see the actual cartoons much anymore. But we will get to see an example of one. Any fans of Felix the Cat out there?
Yes.
I would hope some of you would. So we've got a nice cross-section today, 1920s and 30s cartoons. The other really cool thing about them is the majority of what you're seeing today were made here in New York City. This is another thing that a lot of people don't know anymore or realize, that the early animation history and the industry was centered here in New York City. So a lot of what we're seeing today was made right here in Manhattan, and this is something I think we can all be proud of as well. After the program, we will have some time for question and answers, so if you come up with any thoughts or reflections or things you want to ask about, whether it's about the films we've seen or about archiving them, researching their history, anything like that, I'd be glad to get into a discussion with all of you. So I think without further ado, we should get right into the cartoons, and thanks again for being here, everyone. I appreciate it.